Can't believe I'm filming a video at 8:30 in the morning, but here we are. Hello everybody, my name is Danny, welcome back to my channel. Today, I was planning on filming a completely different video, but then I woke up with this idea and I'm like, you know what, no, I want to do this instead because I think it's really fun. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about my characters from my current project Revelry and which tarot card I think they are. I am sticking to the major arcana just because it's easier for me than to look at every single tarot card there is to assign one to them. So we're just dealing with the major arcana, and I am very happy with where I've put everyone. I think it's all very fitting. There are a couple where I was having a little bit of a challenge, but I think I placed them right. So let's get into things. So first up we have Georgie. She is my protagonist, and of course I have placed her as the Fool. So I'm using my Hanson Roberts tarot deck just because I think it has the most classic imagery of all the decks that I own, and I feel like for this video, classic imagery is the way to go. So this card represents new beginnings, opportunity, and potential, which that basically just describes any protagonist, so it made sense to put Georgie as the Fool. Next up we have Ara, who is basically Georgie's best friend from day one. She is the person assigned to show Georgie around at her new school, and they just instantly hit it off and become very close. And for her, I have put the Empress. So this is what the card looks like. And the Empress means femininity, nature, creativity, and abundance, and that just seems like Ara in a nutshell. She's a very feminine person, and she's an artist. Her discipline at the school is scientific illustration, and I just think this card sums her up pretty nicely. Next, we have Noemi, who is another new student at the school. She's an exchange student from Italy, and I had a little bit of trouble with her. I was contemplating putting her as the Hanged Man, but in the end I went with the Star. This is what it looks like, and the star represents hope, faith, and purpose. Next up we have Ollie, who is another member of this friend group, and for him I put the Hermit. So here we go. Fun fact, this is the first card I ever used as a signifier for myself when I did readings. It's no longer the card that I use, but it was the first one I picked out to represent me, and this card means introspection and inner guidance, and he is really the character that shows Georgie how to look to herself rather than to other people, so it seemed very fitting. Next up we have two people for one card, and they are River and Vincent. River is part of Georgie's main friend group, and Vincent is part of the teaching assistants that she finds herself falling into that group. And for them I have the Lovers. This is what the card looks like, and the Lovers mean love, harmony, and choices. And they've been a couple since the first draft of this book, but here in draft 3 their relationship has become more of a main focus of the book. And it was very surprising because I didn't plan on that, but it just makes sense. So that's why they are the Lovers. Moving on, we have some more teaching assistants, starting with Clara. And for Clara, I have put the Chariot. And I originally couldn't find this card when I was looking through my deck because my deck is not sorted out, it's all shuffled together, and I forgot that this card had just a man on it. And the Chariot represents control, success, willpower, and determination, and that's just Clara. Like, Clara is very determined. She will get what she wants. Next up we have Damien, who is very similar to Clara in that he's kind of headstrong and determined. For him I put the Strength card, so this is what it looks like, and this card represents strength, obviously, but also persuasion, influence, and compassion, which I feel like they are more like secretive sides of Damien. Like, you don't fully see that in him, but like there's hints of it there. Then we come to Lourdes, and for her I have put Temperance, and this is a card that means balance, moderation, and patience, and this is totally Lourdes. She acts as kind of the mediator for the other teaching assistants because, as I just said, you have Clara and Damien, who are both very strong-willed and emotional people, and Lourdes constantly has to step in and find that balance between the two of them and the other teaching assistants. And for the last of the teaching assistants, we have Ailani, and for her I have put Justice. So this card obviously represents justice, but also fairness and truth, and Ailani is definitely the truth seeker of the group, and also she wants to go into legal translation when she is done with school, so translating legal documents and the like. So that is why I have put her as Justice. Alright, and we have two more characters. They are both professors. The first that I'm going to talk about is Professor Rhodes. She is new to this draft. I didn't have her in the first two, and I just felt like there was something missing in the academic side of the story, and she fills it in nicely, so I have given her the Hierophant. And this is a card that represents structure, tradition, and intuitions, or institutions. I can't speak. So yeah, like I said, there was a little bit something missing from the academic side of this, and that thing that was missing was like structure, and so that is why I have given her the Hierophant. And finally, we come to the enigmatic Professor Decker. He is the teacher that all of the teaching assistants work for, and for him I have put the Emperor, and this card represents authority, establishment, and a father figure. And that last little bit about father figures is what really drew me to this card for him, because Georgie really does see him as a father figure. He kind of steps into that like caring role very early on, and she trusts him immediately, and it just seemed fitting. And that is all I have for this video. I had a lot of fun trying to assign the characters to different tarot cards. Tarot is a passion of mine, as is writing, and anytime I get to combine the two, it's always fun for me. There is actually a tarot scene in this book, so it's one of my favorites, and I'm just really happy about it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.